Listen up, you beautiful bastards. I'm Insipid, and this is Runescape, having one of our chitty chats. I've been rolling around a quizzical notion. Not even a really good idea, and I would most certainly not call it a conspiracy theory. But it is an idea of something that it calls upon the slippery slope. And so I want this to be entertained strictly as a thought experiment, if I may. And it goes something. We are roaming towards becoming an NPC society. And what do I mean by that? We have an entire industry named after the act of giving service. You go to a McDonald's, you're going to get greeted by that same exact smile and the same exact script, no matter where you go. And that's McDonald's. And we've paid people to take on that role, to become an NPC for us. Well, then they just keep extrapolating from there. As more industries, as more businesses also take on that archetype of creating a sense of comfort through simplicity and through regularity, and just kind of calling upon the psychological dimensions of us that desire that, you're going to continue seeing more and more NPCs in your world. Alright, but how does that convince us to continue doing that as employees, as workers? Because right now, we revile the notion of being employed by McDonald's. It's actually quite an insult. You making fries? Hey, I'd like you to supersize that for me. We find it a very vindictive statement. While any employment, any attempt to attend to one's responsibilities in your life, good for you. Good. I'm glad that you're seeking to exalt yourself with that style of responsibility. But there are other ways that we can be pressured. Got it? All right. Pressured to take on these styles of employment that are regarded as inferior or as demeanable. By increasing the amount of debt. As long as we have people in debt, we have people that will do anything to not be in debt. Do anything to not be homeless. There are people out there ready to stab you to help keep them from being homeless. That is our world right now. Those are called raiders. They're also NPCs. Get used to it. Their script is a little bit more loose. Hands up, give me your money. Anyway, I'm sure we've all heard that one before. Ho ho, leveled up. But if we keep people in debt, we just need to keep them buying stuff. Alright, so we need to advertise to them. And then we have companies that advertise to us. And we have companies that pay companies to advertise to us. Then, here's the tricky part. Here's the part that really got the gears churning for me. We have algorithms that use personal data that we harvest from other companies, and we run that information through, and that algorithm tells us what demographics spend the most money on certain products, what demographics you need to advertise to get the best results for your marketing value. And companies attempt to be rational in such things, and so you will consistently see them orienting themselves towards the obedience of algorithms. And so even the businesses, even the people that own the industries are being NPC'd. Because now they're not taking their directions from anyone besides an algorithm that tells them this is the correct sequence that you need to go through to get optimal results. And if you are not paying attention to the numbers, if you're not paying attention to the results of these algorithms, you are jeopardizing your business. Your business lives and dies on the economical usage of your resources. And so every company would be incentivized, in that sense, to utilize these algorithms and obey them to the best extent that they could. Level up. And so if you bring that back around full circle, you have algorithms controlling companies, controlling employees, and consumers, and we just have this ever-increasing orientation, migration, thus the slippery slope, right, towards everyone obeying the script. They've been given a script. Here's what you need to do to succeed, to not be homeless. Do it. And I just found the very notion to be fun in the thought experiment kind of way. I find it absolutely horrifying in its raw form, and that's not good. And I don't blame anyone for it. I hope that we can have a conversation about it. I hope that we can have a heartfelt discussion about what we view human dignity to be. If we have work that we are prepared to assault and call to offense those who engage in it, why do we have that industry? If you are unprepared to recognize that people desire a consistent product, if you are unable to recognize that the food at McDonald's is somehow correctly palatable to a huge quadrant of the market, if all of that so readily defies your sensibilities, why do we have that industry? Why does it exist? And so it comes back again to the notion of happiness. What makes us happy? Does it make us happy to have consistency? Is that harboring back to notions of security, of safety? Because we can go there and we know what we're going to get. We don't have to worry about anything else. There's this pre-built script for us. It is comfort food. Literally and figuratively. Okay, that's fair. I think that's very fair. But if we take the presence of that industry, that business, and understand that it requires employees to exist, why do we denigrate them? To the general philosophy of the channels, is that act of denigration, does that increase the shared experience that we have in this reality just together? Does that enlargen and enlighten those of us around us? Can we do better? I think so. I hope so. But I want to just emphasize, I get it. I get why it works the way it does right now. I'm hopeful that by bringing it to light to others, that maybe someday we can slowly work on the problem of us needing to talk down to various other styles of labor when a person is rightfully attempting to attend to their responsibilities and duties as a person, because I think we deserve that as a species. So many of us are just trying to get to tomorrow, and the last thing we need is a Karen asking to talk to our manager because we didn't say hi in the correct way. Anyway, I appreciate you all being here. Had a lovely time getting to have this conversation with you. I want to say a big thank you to the supporters: Sean and Dragon, Novus Up, Marco Solid, and Fox Pone, Ben, Mr. Sleepy's New Wizkid, Plankton, Michael, Foxy, Obi, Temraiser, Unsick, Mentally, Demon Soul, MP5, Juan, Grillo, Matt, David, Xlater, Icy Furry, Candy, Numbers, Echo, Kevin, Sickworld, Edva, Ryled, 30, Abby, Navlocti, Dodo, Minnie Mouse, Cometis, Scalper, Sammy, Yolex, Cosmos, Infinity, Crimson Scythe, Bacon, USC Nature, and Flame Up. These are the people that make these streams and videos possible. Thank you very much, and I certainly can't do it without you. And with that, it's been real, it's been fun. I'll catch you guys on the flip side. Take care, everybody.